Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be bringing you my review of the Smith & Wesson M&P 9. Before we get started, this gun is unloaded, nothing in the chamber, nothing in the magazine well, nothing in the magazine, no ammunition present on the table. This gun retails brand new from Smith & Wesson for $569. That being said, average price runs about $475 and you're getting a great deal if you can find it around $400. It is a semi-automatic striker-fired pistol, chambered in a 9x19 Luger. Average cost of ammunition, you're talking about 25 to 27 cents a round at the making of this video. For the Winchester White Box, if you run a good quality personal defense round, Hornady Critical Defense FTX 115 grains, what I run through with the polymer tip, that is about 80 cents a round. It is a black polymer frame with a melanite coated slide, stainless slide. It is all in matte finish. Get some weights real quick. Unloaded gun, 24.45 ounces. Empty magazine, 17 round magazine, 3.05 ounces. Both of them together, 24.5 ounces. Weight of a full magazine, 10.35 ounces. That's with 115 grain Hornady FTX 17 rounds. But really the weight you gotta be concerned about is full magazine plus one. That is 35.25 ounces. Little on the heavy side, but it's also 17 rounds of ammunition. Lengths. The overall length of this gun, 7.69 inches. Overall height, 5.56 inches. Overall width of the slide, 1.06. Overall width of the grip with the medium palm swell is 1.25 inches. That's also coincidentally the widest part of this gun because this does not have the manual safety. Barrel length, 4.25 inches. They do make other models with different barrel lengths, but this is a 4.25 inch model. Magazine capacity, 17 rounds. If you are in a compliant state, they do make 10 round magazines for this firearm. Trigger pull weight, 6.5 pounds. Average, nothing special about that. Trigger type, single action trigger, just releases the striker. Sight type, 3-dot, drift adjustable front, wind adjustable rear, steel sights. Safeties. The only safety on this particular firearm is the M&P, I call it the broken trigger. Trigger safety, I'm not a huge fan of that, but that's the only safety on this gun. The other models do have, you can opt for a manual external safety as well. There is no magazine disconnect safety, as evidence of the writing on the slide. The intended purpose of this firearm is for everyday carry. You can conceal this firearm, home defense, personal defense really of any kind. Law enforcement, some law enforcement officers carry the M&P. For instance, in the city that I live in, all law enforcement officers are issued M&P 40s. It's a great firearm. This is of course the M&P 9. The unique features of this are going to be the 3-position Picatinny rail. So if you've got a micro, light, laser, whatever, you can of course put anything Picatinny on that so long as it'll fit. The also unique feature is it has an interchangeable palm swell. So if you rotate this here and pull it out, which of course I will show you how to break this firearm down as well. Good God. You pull that out, you can then interchange your palm swell. So this is the small that I have on it right now. You can opt for medium or large. A lot easier to go back in. The options, this does come in a compact model, the 9C, which is a 12+1. It also does come in different frame options. It comes in a new carbon fiber print. It also comes in flat dark earth. Accessories, again, as I talked about, Picatinny rail. You can purchase a threaded barrel for this, and if you opt for the M&P 9 Core series, you can also get the ported version, which has quad porting on the barrel and the slide, which helps with recoil. Firing. Well, it's a 9mm handgun. It's not the most accurate for me personally. I think it has a lot to do with this trigger. So I am looking at trigger options for this gun. I'm really not a fan of that broken trigger. If I could just lighten up the safety spring on that, maybe, I think it would go a long way. I've got well over 2,500 rounds through this gun. It is a fantastic, reliable firearm. The only malfunctions I've ever had are a result of the Winchester white box ammunition, which I no longer shoot through any of my 9mm. I actually, if I'm going to run cheap ammunition through it, I'll buy a Federal purple box, or I'll buy steel-cased Wolf or Tula. It really depends on what you want to use this for. Again, I'll show you breakdown here in a second, but if you want something ultra concealable, ultra lightweight, this is not the way to go, but it is a fantastic gun to have. It's fun to shoot, easy to shoot, and if you have the M&P 22, this is a great upgrade from that. If you learn on the M&P 22, everything's the same on this, so you won't have to have any kind of learning curve. All right, breakdown, or takedown rather. You can do this a couple different ways, but first and foremost, rotate your takedown lever, like such. Then you can either reach in with a tool that I pulled out, but you saw how difficult that was for me to pull out. So instead, I'm actually going to let the slide go forward, and then I'm going to, in a safe direction, pull the trigger, and you saw right there, slide comes right off. Once off, you've got your recoil spring, single recoil spring, it's not dual, and your barrel, 4.25. The inside, very straightforward, nothing real special about it. I think simpler is better. Reassembly, exact opposite. Barrel goes in. Recoil spring goes in. Show you the inside of the frame. Again, takedown lever is rotated down. Slide goes back on. And then for mine anyway, as I rack the slide, you'll notice, if I do it quickly enough, the takedown lever rotates back into the proper position, and then I can lock the slide back. So it's that simple to take it down and put it back together. As you can see, I do have some wear on this. My guns are not trophy guns, they get used. If you have any questions, any comments, anything, let me know. I do have a spec sheet that I've been reading off of that I will include in PDF form below in the Read More section. There will be a link to it there. Questions, comments, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer anything. And until I talk to you next time, have a good one.